On the 31st of March, boxing history will be made in Cardiff. Two undefeated world heavyweight champions will meet in the UK for the first time. Anthony Joshua, Joseph Parker, welcome to The Gloves Are Off.
I don't turn down a challenge. I'm in with a ferocious puncher, the WBO heavyweight champion of the world. And we're bringing these belts together to unify.
I haven't experienced fighting in front of 80,000 people, but I've done it on a smaller scale. I'm a lot more excited to be fighting in front of 80,000 people because it's a challenge, it's something new.
Boys, this fight seems to have got a bit more personal over the past year or so. Would I be right in saying that? I'll open it to any one of you. I want to start.
I don't think it's gone personal. I think there's been a few things that's been said along the way. I don't think it's personal.
There was a video with AJ getting put down and hurt. What was the thought behind that? What was you thinking?
I think when we're sort of negotiating and getting the fight locked in, there was a pause in it, and I think that step of doing that press conference and showing that video and talking about his jaw and all these other things we started talking about helped with pushing the fight through and making it happen.
Do you think you were the A side of the plate because, you know, all roads lead to him? That's where the big money is.
Yeah, that's where the big money is, but he may be the A side, but, you know, he has a lot of weaknesses that I'm going to expose come fight night.
You tell me what's going to happen in this fight.
Well, this fight's an exciting fight. He's a young champion. I'm a champion. We have belts on the line. When I come March 31, I'm going to chase him around. My goal is to beat him up and knock him out. That's what I want to do.
I'm not going to let him catch me. You know, I don't think he's got enough power in his hands to detonate on my chin and knock me out. And when I'm standing there and I'm coming back, I want to see how he unfolds. And if he's got the stamina, the capability, the mindset to do what I'm going to bring in Cardiff.
Has he got the stamina? Has he got that? Do you think he's got that?
He's going to find out what it's about. As I said, I'm willing to give my last ounce of energy and my last drop of sweat to secure what I've been building for me and my family and my supporters in the UK.
What are the weaknesses in him?
I've never fought him, so I couldn't say. I'm going to just punish him with every jab, every right hand and every hook. I'm going to punish him.
You said weaknesses. I've heard that come out of your mouth. What are they?
His weaknesses, I'm going to expose him. His weaknesses are that he doesn't move as well as I do. The way to beat him would be speed and movement. So I don't think he can catch me.
You don't think he can?
I don't think he can catch me. I think he's going to try his best, and
So looking at what he did with Vladimir, do you not think to yourself, you know what, this is probably the best fighter in the world? Do you respect him as the best fighter in the world?
I respect him, and that's the reason why I'm here. But Vladimir is Vladimir. I'm Joseph Parker. I'm a different challenge.
Stronger, younger, fitter, faster?
All of the above.
Has he seen anybody like you?
I don't know. I'm going to ask him the question.
I've never seen anyone like Joe. But that's why I'm preparing the way I'm going to prepare. And he says I've got a glass chin. I want to know if he's got the power to detonate this glass chin.
Trust me, I got the power.
Why do you think he's got a glass chin? Where's that from? It's heavyweights. You know, there's a lot of stones here, man. So when you get on the chin, anybody can go.
Yeah, anyone can go, but I say he has a glass chin because he's been down.
Are you going to knock me out?
Yeah, of course I am.
Is the intention to try and wind him up?
I think leading up to a fight, I think we say things to try and get to the other fighter or get to the other boxer and try and upset them.
And I bet you have seen the video. I bet you've seen the video they put out there. What did you think when you saw it?
I didn't really respect it because I don't think that's what you need to do to secure a fight with me. Some talk about it and some be about it. And that's why we're here going to fight March 31st. I
clocked at the press conference that you, tell me if I'm wrong, seemed a little rattled about because you were explaining these knockdowns that Joseph's team were talking about. Did it rattle you? Did it bother you?
No, but it was a good time to address these situations. So in terms of where I'm at, in terms of, let's say, durability, if you get put down, make sure you get back up and you come forward again. As I said, if it's a PR stunt, what most of them use it for, I can't respect that. But as I said, I've let all my career and all my boxing lifestyle out to the public, so I ain't got nothing to hide when it comes to these type of accusations or whatever I'm doing in my life.
Is there a weakness around your chin, or is it just heavyweight boxing?
I don't even think it's heavyweight boxing or there is a weakness. Like, for anyone to discredit what Klitschko's done, he's got double the amount of knockouts on his records than I've ever had fights in my career. Do you know where I'm coming from? So, that being said, that was a slugfest. Like, what happened with Klitschko? He's sitting here across the table from you. Do you tell Klitschko that he's got a weak chin?
I would say that he's been dropped 3 times in his career. I would tell him.
But does that eliminate his chances of beating?
No, it doesn't eliminate his chances.
Yeah. So that's why I don't really take much from it.
Joseph's team seem to try and pick upon all the inexperiences, all the weaknesses you've got, but in a way, you've been tested on every level. Does it make you smirk, make you smile, or do you think, well, you're the guy that's got to go through the things you're saying I can't do, such as being put down, such as being gassed, you know, the things they were saying about you?
I just think, like, everything that you are is everything that I am. Everything that you are is what you're going to face March 31st. I may not be as durable, but I can definitely take a punch and get up and keep going and get the win. So I think that in those terms, I think you'll face who you say you are March 31st. And if it's as good as your team believe it is, then it'll be a good fight. It'll be a tough fight.
It'll be a great fight.
Joseph, is your chin been tested at all?
My chin? Has it been tested? Of course it's been tested. I believe in myself. I believe in my chin. I believe I can take a punch, and I look forward to testing it March 31.
You're a different animal to anything he's come across. Is that you, or is that your camp? Is that your promoter? Is that because they seem to be talking a bigger fight than you're talking? They seem to be going there where you're being polite, you're being respectful.
I think my team believes in me, and they say a lot of things, and that's because they know what I can do in the ring. I prefer to let my fist do the talking, similar to what AJ does, but I have said a few things, and, you know...
Were they your words, or were they David Higgins' words?
No, it's a team effort. You know, we stick together as a team, and even though we may not say the right thing, we're a team and we back each other.
David Higgins, his promoter, has said quite a few choice words. He's talked a big fight.
David Higgins don't fight for Parker. But it's not even what David Higgins has said, is that he said his fair share as well. So I'm not even looking at what Higgins has said. I worry about what he said.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't like. So it is what it is. And as I said, we get to scrap it out March 31st.
I sense from the press conference, I sense the vibe from here that, tell me if I'm wrong, is it No More Mr. Nice Guy 2018?
You know what it is with me? I keep my nut down and I worry about my own business. But if you back me up into a corner, then I'm going to pounce back. But as I said, I'm fine roaming in my own jungle, in my own corner. People keep on prodding, they're of course going to get the worst of someone, right? And that's just how it is.
Is that what he's done? Is that what his team have done?
Yeah, for sure. I'm listening to everything now, and it's all set in stone.
Big stakes.
Big stakes.
Belts at stakes. Would you class this as intentionally to be one of your most ruthless performances, or you just think, you know what, it's business as usual?
It's my second toughest fight on my record, because I put Klitschko #1. I think it's not about ruthlessness, it's about being clinical.
Let's talk fight night. Probably 80,000 people there, massive global audience. You're in the lion's den, really in the lion's den. How do you think you'll be able to deal with the pressure?
I think, personally, you only have pressure on yourself if you put pressure on yourself. If you've done the work, if you train hard in training camp, you'll be confident on fight night. Now, I haven't experienced fighting in front of 80,000 people, but I've done it on a smaller scale. And I believe, you know, I'm a lot more excited to be fighting in front of 80,000 people because it's something new. It's a challenge, and it's seeing if you can actually control yourself in this big event or in this big fight night.
AJ, can you tell him that experience, because now you're a big show. You're used to that 80,000 people and plus. Could you tell him what it's like?
It can be overwhelming in terms of certain situations in the fight because you ride the wave of the crowd, but you handled it the best way you handled it. That's all I can really say. Either you ride the wave or you get overwhelmed by it.
Do you think he can ride the wave?
I hope so. I hope so.
What's your gut? What's your gut? What you've seen of him so far, what you know of him so far, what you've heard of him so far, what's your gut feeling? Because when you went through it, even ex-fighters like myself looked and thought, wow, this is heavy. It's a lot of pressure there. So you know how much it takes, how much you're carrying on your shoulders. Do you think what you know of him so far?
Talented, tough, but I just think I'm tougher. I just think I'm real. I'm solid in my heart, you know. So, I just, as I said, it's not even that I can't be beat. I can't, like you saw, I can't afford to lose. I won't let it slip.
There's the power there, there's the speed there, there's the accuracy from both fighters, both champions. There's a lot at stake here. You either have got unbelievable bottle, or there's got to be a little bit of nerves from both of you.
There's nerves. But I got bottle. I don't turn down a challenge. I'm in with a ferocious puncher. You know, I put my cojones on the line and I put my belts with it, and let's rock and roll.
We know we've got heart on one side. We're going to see if we've got heart on the other side.
There's heart here, trust me.
Is there respect there? Joseph, tell me about yourself. Tell me what got you to this point. Tell me things that, you know, we haven't seen, we don't know. You introduce yourself to the British audience, because they've got to see this and think, well, who is this guy? Does he deserve to be there, regardless if he's got a belt or not?
Oh, I mean, I was born in New Zealand. I'm New Zealand Samoan, and my parents were both born in Samoa, came to New Zealand for a brighter future. My dad's named after Jack Dempsey, so his name's Dempsey. Had the passion for the sport, introduced me, myself and my younger brother to the sport. And at the young age of 4 or 5, we started hitting the pads. And at the age of 12, I had my first amateur fight. I won that. Age of 16, started traveling the world, representing my country. And then on, I thought, you know, I could turn this into a profession as I love the sport so much.
Is this a defining fight for you?
Of course, this is going to be the biggest fight in my career so far. And I'm going to put on the best performance of my life.
So it's all about AJ. It's not about what may come after that. Tyson Fury,
there's nothing.
Wilder.
You can't think about what's going to come after. You have to see what's in front of you. You know, you can't look past someone like AJ, who's also a champion.
Do you think he's making that mistake?
No, we handle things differently. If he's looking past me, then that's his own way of going about it. But my focus is fully on him.
The responsibility of being a champion is you have to fight all comers. You guys have watched, they've watched you from day dot, even before you even know their name. This guy said he's watched you from the beginning.
I've watched him, documentaries. He's eating 10 eggs, eating porridge. You know those documentaries. I've watched him since I was an amateur.
So has he watched you? Has he studied you, watched all what you do? You've done exactly the same?
Yeah, I know him.
Did you know this day was going to happen?
I didn't, because you know what it is? It gets complicated with boxing. So I don't know who's serious and who's not anymore. That's why I don't listen to half of the stuff that's being said. But as I said, now he's sitting here, it's real. And this is the man I have to look at. Do you know what I mean? But I've watched him since 2010. While he's representing his country, I represented mine, and I kept a close eye on him from then. As
I asked him about you, I'm going to ask you about him. What are his strengths?
Strengths? I said, like, his background. I think that's inheritance. His parents are the beneficiaries. He's solid because of where his family come from. That's something you can't take away. I think for a man who was boxing since 5, I give you credit, because that's experience that you can't take away. And I just think, like, it's Clash of the Titans. JP against AJ, AJ against JP, let's rock and roll. Forget the belts, they don't represent me. It's AJ against Joseph. It's not the WBA champion, whatever, forget that. We stag it out first, and the best man wins. Joseph, in an ideal world, how do you think the British public and AJ would handle defeat? Ooh. It's like,
yeah, I think The public, I think, very hard to handle defeat. I think it'll be very hard for them to handle it.
What about AJ?
Or even accept it. I think AJ, as a champion that he is, and sitting here talking to him, I think the defeat will only make him better, and he can bounce back from it.
It'll kill me. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose.
Same.
Yeah, I don't want to lose. So
that's why this is so interesting, because you have two guys who really want it. I don't want to lose. He doesn't want to lose.
The obvious line is someone's always got to go. How do you think he'll handle defeat? You've beaten unbeaten fighters before.
Yeah.
And they seem to have just disappeared.
Yeah.
How do you think this guy's going to go?
I don't answer for no reason. That's what I'm going to have to think, because he'd be distraught because he ain't preparing for it. But that's the art of this fight game. It's what you don't prepare for, that you got to be ready for.
Has he ever met anybody like you?
Probably, but he hasn't met me. He's met people like me, but he hasn't met me. I'm the real one.
Joseph? Have you met anybody like him?
No, I haven't. I think this is the only AJ in the world, or is it?
He's the only one, no cloning.
I'm looking for a challenge, and I want a great challenge.
Your team, your promoter, Mr. Higgins, they say it's the team. Your trainer seems to be more realistic about how much a big deal this fight is, and he knows what you're capable of doing. Are you going to depend on him for the game plan or for the tactics for this, or do you know exactly what you've got to do?
My trainer's been in the game for a long time, so his advice and his guidance is going to be very important for me in this fight. And so he's going to come up with a game plan with myself, and we're going to sit down and plan, and we're going to come up with a great game plan, which we think will help us be victorious.
Is the timing right for you right now for this fight?
The timing is right for both of us.
I'm asking you, is it
the timing is right for me?
You?
I feel like this is my time. I want the belts that he has.
What surprised me is your team, they've said a lot over the last year. They've done everything possible. You seem to be the most respectable one out of a lot of them, even though you're the one that's doing the fighting. And I just don't get it. Is it because you sat in front of AJ, or is it because you just wanted to?
I've been like this my whole career. It's a character, upbringing. Parents instill standards in you that you use for your lifetime.
You do stand by what your team said. That's what you did say.
I do stand what they and how they've handled the situation, because if we didn't do some of those things, we wouldn't be sitting here today, or we may have been, but.
He's just said he endorses what his promoting trainer says. So do you want to punish him for what they've said? Because he backs it every step of the way.
I'll punish him anyway. I'm going to punish him anyway. It's not about what his promoter said. I'm going to have to punish him anyway. It's the punishing game.
That's if I let you.
That's what I'm saying, is if he lets me. So this is what I think is going to be interesting, because whatever I say, he's got something to bite back with, and say, I'm going to punish him anyway. So anyone can talk in his team. He can even talk as he has. I'm going to punish him anyway.
OK, story time. Forget I'm here. Tell me how the fight goes.
Well, the fight will be a very exciting fight.
But why?
Because I'm going to come prepared. I'm going to come ready.
Yeah?
I'm going to be in the best shape. I'm sure you'll do the same.
100%.
But you saying you're going to punish me, it's not going to happen.
Why?
Because I'm going to chase you around.
Oh, I'm going to meet you head on.
You come with me with your power. I'll bring it back. I'll give it back.
I'm going to meet you head on.
Tell him the story, how this fight's going to go.
I can't afford to lose right now, man. I can't. I've got too many people depending on me. So it's not me I'm fighting for.
That's why I'm so driven for this fight.
Why?
So many people counting on me. And plus, it's a dream. It's a goal. It's something I want to do. The way that we're going to be throwing punches, it's going to be with bad intentions.
So he's not the heart. Who's got the biggest heart?
Yeah, I want him to tell me that he's going to knock me out.
What round do you want?
You believe it?
Yeah, I believe I can knock anyone out. I'm ready.
I'm hearing a few rumours that maybe Tyson Fury will walk in the ring on the night.
That's what a lot of people have been saying. Nothing's been locked in.
Is this part of mind games? Is it, you know, is it something that you'd like to happen? Is this,
Well,
you know?
we're good friends, so you never know what can happen come fight night.
Does that make a difference to you?
Like, I'll punch him out the ring as well. Tyson's a clown, man. I'm not worried about no one else. You know, Wilder could have been here. Wilder could have been fighting, but he didn't step up. He talked it, but he didn't step up. He did. That's the difference. And that's why I respect and I have to honour the challenge.
How early are you going to try and test that chin?
Any chance I get, any openings I get, I'll make sure to make the most of it.
We know we've got heart on one side. We're going to see if we've got heart on the other side.
There's heart here, trust me.
He knows it. He knows there's heart.
Boys, what we've done is, down the line, you know, most fighters, at the end of this, they shake hands. Is there respect there?
Good
Let
luck.
the best champion win.
So it's going to be war. All out war.
Let's do it.
There's respect there. The gloves are off.
Sky Sports. Feel it all.